Hey, and welcome into the Big Ten Huddle, where we break down all things Big Ten basketball with a perfect mix of hype and analysis. Today, we are focusing in on Bloomington, talking Indiana basketball, those Indiana Hoosiers, which is stacking talent with two big time transfer portal additions Nick Dorn from Elon and Sam Alexis from the national championship team, Florida. These additions are huge for new head coach Darren DeVries, and he built his roster for next season. So let's unpack who these players are, what they bring to the Hoosiers, and what this means for Indiana's outlook here in the Big Ten. First, let's talk about Nick Dorn, the 6'7" guard from Elon. This dude is a certified bucket getter, especially from deep. Last season, as a sophomore, he averaged 15.2 points. 3.8 rebounds. I apologize. I had to make sure I had that right per game. But what really pops off the stat sheet is his 3-point shooting. Dorn knocked down 74 triples at a 35.1% clip, averaging 3 made threes per game. That's good for 40th in the country. He's got legit range, and his ability to stretch the floor is exactly what DeVries is looking for in his system. After watching Indiana struggle with perimeter shooting for years, thank you, Mike Woodson, they are now bringing in multiple guys who can light up from beyond the arc. Dorn's game isn't just about camping out at the 3-point line, though. He's got some versatility that makes him a great fit for IU. At 6'7", he's got the size to play the 2, 3, or even slide into the 4 in more of a small ball lineup type of role. He's a high IQ player who thrives off the ball, cutting and using screens to get open looks. Synergy Sports data shows he has shot a ridiculous 50% from unguarded catch and shoot threes last season. That's the kind of efficiency that's just plain ridiculous, and that'll make defenses sweat. Plus, he's a solid free throw shooter as well, 80.5%, which is a great indicator for a shooting stroke that will only get better. Now, Dorn's not perfect. He's not a primary playmaker, averaging less than 1 assist per game at Elon, so don't expect him to run the point. His defense needs work too. He's got the length to be a distributor, but his instincts and lateral quickness aren't quite there yet. That said, DeVries is known for coaching up his players, and with IU's athletic guards like Connor Enright and Tayton Connerway around him, Dorn can focus on what he does best, scoring in bunches, shooting the triple with how clutch he is too. He dropped 24 points, including 5 threes, in an upset win over Notre Dame, and he held his own against North Carolina with 17 points there too. This kid's got ice in his veins. He's hit multiple big time shots for teams. But even if you switch over our gears to Sam Alexis, he was part of a pretty good team last year too. At 6'8" forward from the national champions Florida. If Dorn is the sharpshooter, Alexis is the grit, do-it-all big man who's going to make life miserable for opponents in the paint. Alexis was a depth piece for Florida's national championship team last season, averaging 4.7 points, 3.5 rebounds, and about 12 minutes per game. Those numbers don't scream superstar, and I don't think he's coming here to be a superstar, but context is everything. Florida was loaded with talent, so Alexis had to fight for every minute he got, and when he got on the court, he made an impact, especially on the glass. His 14.5% offensive rebounding rate was elite, higher than IU stars like Trace Jackson Davis or Kalel Ware. Now, by no means am I saying he will be better than those guys, but the offensive rebounding comparisons are fun to make when you look at what he could bring to this team next year. Before Florida, Alexis was a standout at Chattanooga, where he really showed his full potential as a sophomore in the 2023-2024 season. He started 32 of 33 games, averaging 10.9 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. He earned all Southern Conference honors and was named to the all-defensive team because of his ability to protect the rim and guard multiple positions. At 6'8", Alexis isn't the tallest big, but his athleticism and timing make him a legit shot blocker. You can also add he can also step out and defend on the perimeter as well, which gives DeVries a ton of lineup flexibility. You need him to guard a wing, he's got you. Need him to anchor the paint, he can do that too. On offense, Alexis is more of a work in progress, right? Fantastic offensive rebounder, developed or covered that a little bit earlier. He's not a consistent outside shooter though. He's hit the occasional three. His game is about finishing around the rim, cleaning up misses, and getting to the free throw line, which is exactly what me and John have been talking about in the DMs on Twitter. Is that you don't really need a guy to go out in space with how much shooting you have on this team right now. Just give me a guy who can protect the rim and who can get rebounds, and that's a big thing for this team. At Chattanooga, he had 20 double-digit scoring games, including a 27-point outburst against Tennessee Tech. With IU's guard-heavy roster, Alexis should feast on lobs and putbacks. Pair him with playmakers like Enright and Connerway, and you've got yourself a recipe for some highlight reel dunks. So, what does this addition mean for Indiana's outlook? Well, DeVries is clearly building a team that fits his vision: versatile, athletic, deadly from three. With Dorn, IU gets another weapon to space the floor alongside guards like Tucker DeVries, Lamar Wilkerson, and Josiah Miles. Alexis, along with his 6'11" Reed Bailey, right? He gives the Hoosiers some much needed front court depth. Right now, IU has 9 incoming transfers, including 7 guards, only 2 bigs, plus freshman Trent Sisley. That's a lot of new faces for this team, but it's a testament to DeVries, his recruiting pool, the financial resources that Indiana is backing him with. This guy's been in Bloomington for like 5 minutes, and he's already got pretty much an entire roster to compete with in the Big Ten. The big question mark is roster spots. The NCAA's house settlement could expand Division I rosters to 15 scholarships. If that happens, IU has 6 spots left to fill. I think they'll probably only do 13. We'll see how it goes. But if it doesn't, they're down to 4. Either way, DeVries isn't done. Names like Frederico, yes, that is his name. It's twice from Texas Tech, and Baba Miller from Florida Atlantic are floating around as possible targets as well. Both are athletic bigs who could complement Alexis and Bailey in the front court. Adding one of them might make IU's rotation even deeper and more balanced. Looking ahead, Indiana's got the pieces to be a problem in the Big Ten. The guard depth is insane on this team, with Dorn and company bringing scoring and shooting. Alexis adds toughness and rebounding, which is a critical piece in the physical conference of the Big Ten, which is changing a little bit, but still a very physical conference, one of the most physical I think there is. If DeVries can mold his group into a cohesive unit, and his track record at Drake suggests he can, IU could be back in the NCAA tournament conversation sooner rather than later. I don't want to put any high expectations on him or anything like that. I'm not trying to put anything too high, just because there are still concerns. But overall, I really like the ads here, and I think the most important things that are needed to be addressed for Indiana fans have been so far. The keys will be chemistry and defense. How do those two things go together? Can they be implemented on this team? I think DeVries can do it, but we'll see. With so many transfers, building trust and a defensive identity will take time. But if anyone can pull it off, it is Darren DeVries. So that's the scoop on Nick Dorn and Sam Alexis joining the Hoosiers. What do you think of these pickups? Are you hyped for IU's new look roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Get the conversation going. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications. You never miss a video. We're gonna keep you locked. We're gonna keep you up to date if you're locked in here with all the latest on the Big Ten Huddle news. Until next time, keep tuning in. We appreciate it. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Oh shoot, I forgot to change the graphic the entire time. My bad.